Strahan.
I think I did it right. I think I did it right. I think. Calm down, it's only Wednesday.
Exactly.
It's April 27th. It is already?
Yeah.
2016, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Time is flying. Yeah, welcome.
What's going on?
Nothing. Quiet night. My buddy Gary's in town.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, my buddy Gary O'Neill flew in from L.A. yesterday. But a nice quiet. I invited him to the gym yesterday. He passed.
Oh.
But other than that, just a nice quiet dinner. Hung out with him and his girlfriend, and yeah, my life is pretty simple.
I got eyelash extensions, which...
Individuals?
Yeah, they sew them in one at a time. And let me tell you something. This woman, Rhea Hontus, you met her. She was here. Her boyfriend is
Rhea
a big...
Hontus?
Rhea. Her last name is Hontus.
Oh.
Rhea is her first name. They sat there. Her boyfriend was the big Giants fan. Remember?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, anyway, let me say one thing. So my mom is a non-fancy lady, and she doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't believe in anything like that. And she looked at me and she goes, if it's one smart thing you've ever done for yourself, it's those eyelashes.
Really?
I swear. Because you wake up and you look like you have makeup on. It's amazing.
Nothing like your parents making you feel good about yourself.
Isn't that funny?
So do they I thought they glued it.
Well, I don't know if it's... It probably is glued,
like
but look, my eyes are closed. I don't know what's going on up there.
Yeah.
I mean, anything could be happening, but you have to keep your eyes closed. I guess it's glue.
But that's amazing to me. I'm still enamored by a weave.
Oh, my God.
I am. Like, for years, you ever touch somebody, you're like, oh, I never knew what that felt. I thought maybe they had a scar on their head. You know, the track. Like, it's not my business to ask. I didn't know that was a track of weave. I had no idea.
I used to, when I first met you, remember when I had my glue-ins?
Yeah.
I used to have glue-in hair, and it was like individually glued in. So a lot of people would say, that's not fake hair. And I was like, no, it really is. And I would have to show them the shaft and the glue. But again, it's like at a certain point you turn into a human piñata.
But they have
it's like at the end of the day, there's hair over here, there's eyelashes over there.
There's something for that. Like, remember the booty pop panties?
Yeah, I had those. I did. We were one of the... We broke those on the air. We debuted booty pop panties.
Yeah.
I wore them on the air. 2 pairs. On top of each other.
For extra.
I'm not kidding.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but those are like, you know, that and the shake weight were the 2 things that I was like, those are 2 things I wish we had never come up with. The deception.
Didn't we do a thing here with the shake weight and the mouth thing?
Yeah, that was wrong.
Yes.
That mouth shaker thing.
One of our most popular online videos, yeah.
I wonder
You put
why.
it online, Gelman?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, thank you, Gelman. We appreciate that.
No problem.
But, you know, we talked about a little bit yesterday and the day before about Prince passing away.
Oh, my gosh.
But there's been some more news about Prince passing away, is that they don't think he had a will.
A will.
A will.
Right,
yeah.
right,
So
yeah, right.
here's this estate that's worth $300 million or more.
Yes.
And they say he may have a secret vault with enough songs to put out an album for like 100 years.
Oh, yes, because
every year for like 100 years.
Famously, he always said, I remember reading, and maybe it was Rolling Stone or something a long time ago, that he doesn't give, he's like, I don't give the best songs to the record companies. So you go, well, who do you give them to? Yeah. Who has the best songs?
Yeah.
He still must have the best songs.
And they say you always had these artists who would go to Minneapolis and go up to his compound and would record, and we've never heard this music. So apparently he had it stored up somewhere, but without the will, they're trying to figure out who gets what. He has one sister and 5 half brothers and sisters,
right,
who are all, I guess, contending to see who's going to take charge of the estate.
Well, under Minnesota law, I believe I read that under Minnesota law, half siblings are given the same consideration as full siblings.
Yeah.
I believe is what I read.
I think so. But here are 6 other legendary stars who died without wills, and some of them, I'm like, there are these lawyers, and I understand you don't know when you're going to pass.
I always assume I'm going to pass at any time.
But I think this is a great lesson to everyone out there. It doesn't matter if you have millions or billions or if you have thousands, get a will. You can save a lot of fight between your families and breaking up with families and all that stuff because everybody knows exactly what it's laid out. Now, they might be mad at you because they didn't get what they thought they were getting, but at least you'll save some of that.
It's also a great way to hold it over their heads and make people be nice to you, say.
But I just had, matter of fact, I had a meeting like 3 days ago about my will. And it's kind of scary when you're in there talking to dudes like, well, who do you want to have this? And you're kind of going, I'm not dead. Like, I don't plan on going anywhere. But none of us do. Here are 6 legendary stars who died without wills. Number 1, Michael Jackson.
What?
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
I mean, they have so many people around them. Why didn't anybody say a will?
I don't know.
When you have that many handlers.
Yeah, handlers, lawyer, you have all that. Michael Jackson died without a will, and we all know when he died, the value of his name and image upon his death amounted to be worth more than $434 million, which we all know after that it has skyrocketed like Elvis and everyone else. Michael Jackson, Amy Winehouse, when she passed away at 27, did not have a will. Bob Marley did not have a will when he passed away at 36, and his wife and all of his whole family, his 11 kids, they've all been still fighting for over 30 years of who gets what and who controls what. Jimi Hendrix at 27 did not have a will. Sonny Bono at 62.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, really, it's a surprise. And Kurt Cobain at 27 did not have a will.
It's the younger people you sort of go, okay, I get it. When you are that age and, you know, you just think of yourself as invulnerable and immortal and all of that. But when you get older, you start thinking about, well, I want my children to be protected. I want my family to not have to, you know, there's heavy tariffs and taxes that you have to pay when you don't have a will.
And that's the biggest thing. It's about structuring. So if you don't have a will, go out and get a will.
Look at, we're doing this, Kelly and Michael now.
58%.
58% of you don't have wills.
And it doesn't really...
People are superstitious. They think it's going to cost.
If you get a will, you're going to die?
Yeah, some people think that. Yeah, they feel like it's bad luck.
I just met 3 days ago.
Is that your first will? No, that's not your
my first will.
That's not your first
But it's like, whoa. But then also when you're going through your will, I don't tell anybody who's in the will. I don't say what you're getting. There are some people who are going to be removed. There are certain, no, I'm telling you right now. There are certain people who have been removed. There are people I'm adding. There are people who get more. There are people who are getting less.
Some of you will get more and some of you will get less.
It is what it is. But I don't want to tell them because I started to realize that some of these people may want it now.
Oh, guess what? Guess what? I'll tell you what. I said that to my daughter, who was like, one day when she was, you know, when she was younger, she's 14 now, but a few years ago she walked in and she likes to play with my handbags. She was playing with my handbags and she says, when you're dead, do I get all these? And I said, only if I die of natural causes. Because, you know, that one, you can see the wheels are always like, my mom has a nice handbag. And then she was like, I don't want you leaving any to the boys for their wives, because they can get their own things. I go, and while we're at it, Lola, you can get your own things, too.
That's true. But I lock my room door. When I go to bed at night, I don't say anybody in the house. I lock every door coming into my bedroom.
What do you mean, your family?
My family or friends or anybody staying with me, the door to my room is locked. I ain't gonna wake up in the middle of the night, you standing over me. You might lose your mind. I don't know what's going on in your life. I know what's going on in my life. I'm locking my door. You need me, you knock. Oh, you think I'm joking?
That is horrible. That's horrible.
That ain't horrible.
That's horrible.
Hey, maybe somebody's sleepwalking, they lose their mind in their sleep. I will not be a statistic. I will not be a story on this show. I will not. I lock my door. Every one of them. I'll be going click, click, click.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. When did you first get a will? When was your first will?
Oh, when I was playing like years ago. Yeah,
well, that makes sense because that's a violent sport. I mean, I would think they would almost have... You would think that would be part of the deal. Like, okay,
if you have a
you're
good
play
agent
this. Right.
or good people, they will make sure that you do. But it's hard to pin down a guy who's 20-something years old who's making some money, because when you're an athlete and everyone wonders why guys go broke, because you don't think it's going to end. You feel like you're not the statistic of 3 years. You think you can last forever.
But maybe the NFL should put that in place for young athletes that are, you know, playing a sport that is so brutal on their body, so hard on their body. Maybe they should make that like part of that, because they protect so much of the NFL franchise. Why not protect the most important part, which would be the players?
But the problem is that with the NFL.
Thank you, lady.
But when it
like,
and it makes sense to you and it makes sense to me. But the thing is, when you're the NFL and you're this company, and the player or the teams get paid by the players, they don't want any liability of anything going wrong with anything financially for you, because they're on the hook. So it's basically, here is your money, and you do as you please. And you'll see, you know, guys pulling up in cars and jewelry, and you're going... I always wonder if you owned a team and you wrote that check, and then the next thing you write a check and you see a guy walking around with a big diamond necklace with a thing. Do you look at him and go, son, what are you doing? But guys can't wait. I mean, when you're young like that, it's a show of success. Like, I've made it, is to kind of have a nice car and have jewelry and all the other stuff. And I get it, but get a wheel. That's the show of success and smarts on top of it, okay?
Yes, take care of your family. Gosh. Now, that would be a fun game show, wouldn't it? If families got together to fight over what Grandma was about to leave behind, right? And at the end, Granny had to decide, like, I leave, you're the biggest winner. Right?
That's a good idea.
Great idea, right?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Open wills live on camera.
Yes,
like
open
the
wills live
Geraldo
on...
Vault, you know.
Yes, like, right, exactly, like the Geraldo Vault, yes. Maybe we'll have Geraldo host it.
Yeah, good idea.
That's a great idea. All right, let's write that down. Put that in the ideas box that we're instituting.
Bad. You said what?
So listen to this. 12-year-old boy. This is sort of fascinating to me. We always talk about this. How can this happen? A 12-year-old boy a girl. I'm sorry. Forgive me. A girl. 12-year-old girl from Western New York has wound up running a half marathon, 10 extra miles, after she got into the wrong road race. She registered for the 5K. It was last Sunday's Rochester Regional Health Flower City Challenge. And she thought she was arriving late at the starting line when the race started, so she began running with the rest of the runners. And it turns out that she ran the 13.1-mile course and not the 3.1-mile course. Isn't that crazy? But good for her.
Good for her. It goes to show, when you don't know what you're doing, you can keep on going, I guess. But wouldn't you be at like at about 8K going, is this a 5K?
No, because when you're 12, your mind doesn't operate that way, right? And so her mom became worried, as one would, when she wasn't among the finishers on the 5K. But check this out. She completed the half marathon in 2 hours and 43 minutes. So that's like...
Well done.
Imagine if she had trained for it.
I know. I mean, wow, I would have figured that out quick if I were running. I go about 10 extra feet and I'm ready to shut it down.
That's what I mean.
And, you know, this is a great picture. I love this picture. Here they are, have these Marines, these 4 Marines. And this was 50 years ago.
I love that.
Yes, thank you guys for your service. So this was 50 years ago, and these guys, they're all Vietnam War vets, and they decided to get together in Florida and recreate the picture. And look at them.
Oh my gosh. They look great. By the way, they look terrific.
They look great. And 2 things that are consistent. First of all, he held on to that shirt for a long time. And secondly, my man right here, he is holding it in just like he was 50 years ago.
He really is. He really is. Funny.
Look, hey, but thank you guys for your service. That's awesome. 50 years later, get back together. Still friends.
How about that couple here yesterday? Remember
the couple?
Yeah, we had a couple here yesterday, and I was talking about my 20th and wearing my wedding dress, and he said, "Oh, I have my wedding." He said, "We're celebrating our 50th anniversary," and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's incredible!" And this couple was so lovely. And he said, "I'm wearing my wife's wedding dress under my shirt," and I was like, "Okay." He unbuttoned it, and he had their wedding photo on a T-shirt, and they looked so. Didn't they look so great? They looked great, and they were so sweet. They were really sweet.
And I asked them what was the secret, and most of the time you ask that, and they go, "Well, just do whatever she says."
Do whatever she says.
But she said family and love.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
That's true.
Very nice. Very sweet people.
Okay, you ready for a big show today? Ricky Gervais is here.
Love Ricky Gervais. I love him. Great guy. Brilliant. Brilliant fellow. And also the heartthrob. This guy's so talented as an actor as well. Josh Hartnett is here.
Guys. Listen to me now. You need to go back and binge watch all of the seasons of Penny Dreadful before you start the season if you didn't start it, because it is so good. It's dark. It's not a musical comedy. You've been warned. The name is Penny Dreadful. But it is a great, right? Isn't it the spookiest? It's so good.
It's very wet and dark.
Oh, dark. Yes. Wet. Dang.
And I forget how tall he is every time I see him. I'm like, wow.
He's still growing.
He's still growing. All right. Ready to go? Our dancer is very cute over there. And it's time to see her do some moves over there with our Happy Dance Travel Trivia.
Jesse Bennington from Farmington, New Mexico. I love you guys. You remind us of Rose Byrne, the actress. You know Rose Byrne?
I do not.
No, you do not. Okay.
Do you remember Bridesmaids?
Yes, Bridesmaids.
She played the friend who was the rich one who was doing all the nice things.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Isn't she? Yes, right? Yeah.
Very big compliment. But thank you. That was a great job. And let's say hello to Carol Matarazzo from Fort Myers, Florida. Hello, Carol. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
Well, that's a heck of a fish you got there, Carol. Where'd you get the fish?
We go down about 25 miles offshore.
Ah, you went offshore. Now, I got a question, though. What did you do with the fish after?
We bring them home, clean them, and cook them.
Okay, I like it. All right. And no catch and release for that fish, I guess?
Absolutely not.
Well, you know, we're going to spin the wheel. Hopefully, we can send you on a trip somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great prize. Oh, this is a great prize. The Turnberry Isle, Miami.
Yeah.
Yes, it sounds fancy, doesn't it? 7 days, 6 nights. It includes a spa treatment per person, a round of golf for 2. This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. It's a prize valued at $8,200. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck, Carol.
Thank you.
All right, here you go. On yesterday's show, we talked with actress Jamie Alexander. In what sport did Jamie say she competed in high school?
Wrestling.
You got it.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Turnberry Isle, Miami. Tucked away on 300 lush acres in Aventura, Florida, Turnberry Isle, Miami, is a tropical oasis that exemplifies a culture of authenticity, spirited service, and enriching experiences. Enjoy spacious guest rooms and suites, 36 holes of championship golf, tennis, a wellness spa and fitness center, fine dining, and much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,200.
Hey, Carol.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I have to tell you, Kelly, my dog named Lola and Rico. I named my dog after your daughter.
You're very sweet. Can I tell you something, Carol? When we adopted Chewy, her name was Lola too. And we changed her name to Chewy because we didn't need more than one Lola in the house. So yeah, it's so funny, yeah. All right, listen, now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive 8 place settings of American-made fine china from Lenox, valued at more than $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 235.
127.
127. All right, my man down there in the corner right there, I think. There we go, right there. Young fella looks like he could use some fine china. Carol, thank you. Congratulations, young man. Stay right there when we come back. The very funny and talented Ricky Gervais will be here.
Still ahead on Live from the series Penny Dreadful, Josh Hartnett.
Get my phone. I was like, hello.
You know, Ricky, last time I saw you was not in here.
No.
I was walking through Central Park. And you may not remember this.
I do.
I had my earbuds in.
It was only a year ago.
Okay. I'm just like, you came running up to me, and I couldn't believe I was seeing a celebrity in Central Park, because I never see celebrities in Central Park. And you were so kind and sweet. And then you said, I've got to go back now. A woman asked me to take a selfie with her, and I ran over to say hi to you, and you still had her phone in your hand. Do you remember that? Do you remember?
I remember that now, yeah.
From the lady?
That's the way to keep her around. She can't go anywhere.
I thought it was polite to, she said, can I have a selfie? Yeah. Oh, so, Kelly.
But you've been in London, though, shooting for the last 10 months.
I haven't been back, exactly. Last time I was here was July, so I've missed it, and I love Central Park. We go there to cover other people's dogs, because we haven't got a dog because we travel too much, so I go there and I just get free scruffles from others. And it's good. Jane said, my girlfriend said, it's the best thing about me being famous, because I can go up to people's dogs and they don't think they're going to get mugged. They go, oh, it's him, it's okay.
It's fine,
he wouldn't mug me. Yeah.
I love Jane, by the way. She's so lovely. You've actually made her sort of an Instagram celebrity.
I tease her sometimes. Yeah. I find pictures when she's sitting sort of with no one around, and I take a picture of her and I say, this is Jane with all her friends.
But when you have such a big following on Twitter, you have over 11 million followers on Twitter. Do you feel like pressure to be funny?
No, I just have fun with them. I just say daft things, and I post pictures of myself in the bath.
I never tire of
I'm like Kim Kardashian.
Have you ever thought of putting out a book of your Twitter and Instagram photos?
That would be mental.
No, it would be amazing. I would buy that book.
Really?
I would.
Okay, I will. Okay, I'll make one.
One book just for you. Well, Kim did it. Kim did it.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I would really like it.
And you are such a memorable host of the Golden Globes. I mean, you're one of the scariest for most people, but you're the favorite of most people.
Yes.
We hope they're going to ask you to do that again. Is that a possibility?
It's always a possibility, and I always think after I've done it, okay, that's the end. But then I get tempted because it's so much fun. It's 3 hours of being the most feared man in America. So, and I do enjoy it. I do have the fun, and then all the controversial stuff comes, that it was to this and to that. But I don't worry about that. I just think it's a fun 3 hours, you know. But I might do it. I do like writing the gags for it and having fun with it, you know.
Is there one person there at the Golden Globes that fears you the most, more than anybody else? Like one person that you like zone in on because they are the most terrified?
It used to be Steve Carell.
Yeah.
I always used to tease him. That was fun. And now it's probably Mel Gibson.
Oh, right, yes, right.
Good point. I would be afraid of you for Mel Gibson. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have more with Ricky. We're going to talk about his new movie, Special Correspondent. You don't want to miss it. Stay right there. We'll be right back with Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're back with Ricky Gervais. And I saw this and I said, boy, I can completely see it. Growing up, you wanted to be a pop star. It's written all over your face. Is that true?
You've got a picture, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Boy.
Oh, dear.
That is 80s pop.
You see, I'm not embarrassed by that. I'm embarrassed by this. Everyone's thinking, what happened? I'll tell you what happened.
Were you in the band? Were you in the group?
Or were you just having glamour
that
shots?
was just going to the shops. Of course I was in a group.
I didn't see anybody else.
No, that was me at school. That was my school uniform. Yeah, I was in a band for 10 minutes and it didn't work out, and then I got a proper job.
Well, when did you make the move to comedy? Because
I didn't. I sort of did that when I was 21, and then it all went away, and then I got a proper job, and I worked like in an office for like 10 years as a middle manager, and I wrote The Office based on me in The Office. Right. So it was just by chance. I was a normal guy in a normal job, and I wrote a sitcom, you know, and then it happened. I didn't try and do this. It just sort of happened, and now I love it. I found what I really enjoy. But I didn't even start this till I was about 36.
Wow.
So yeah.
But when you were in the office, when you were doing your office job, were you funny? I mean, did your coworkers laugh all the time?
I was a funny mate. I was mucking around and you know, like everyone, like goose around with their friends. But I never thought, maybe I did. You know, but I never thought I'm gonna try and become a comedian.
Yeah.
No, I never did it. Never jumped up on stage or never.
But you do it now.
I showed off in front of my family and friends all the time.
Right.
In fact, I probably show off less now. But no, it just happened.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so do you still work on like stand-up stuff now?
Yeah, I've just put on a couple of tryout shows, because I haven't done stand-up for, if you don't count the Golden Globes, I haven't done stand-up for like 6 years, and I love it, so I'm going to do that again, probably next year.
I'm glad. I look forward to it, because I told you before I loved your special, and you do that bit on the book of animal homosexuality in the animal community.
Yeah, it's a real book. It's an amazing book.
No, I know. I went out and I found every
copy. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's incredible.
It's just got drawings of animals doing it.
Yeah.
And my point in the stand-up is, that's a drawing, that's not proof.
Exactly.
You could just say that, look, it's a giraffe and an alligator. That didn't happen. we don't.
It's great.
We're going to be right back. When we come back, we're going to find out what kind of director Ricky is, okay? So stay right there. Be back with Ricky Gervais.
Tomorrow on Live from the new film Mother.
So this is Special Correspondence. It's a Netflix original film.
It's a Netflix original film. It was going to be a studio film. It was all greenlit, and we were about to film it, and Netflix came in and said, we'll buy it. We'll take it all. It's the best of both worlds. Netflix, they're taking over the world. So, yeah, you can watch it on your TV immediately on Friday.
I prefer it that way.
Yeah.
I watch all films on the TV. I don't go to the cinema much, or on a plane on a screen that big.
Exactly.
So this is perfect.
But you wrote this, you directed it, you starred in it. Was it hard for you to like wear so many hats?
No, I think it's easier doing it all. I think it's easier for me, personally, being totally in charge than half in charge, where you can't get your thing over, you know, and I think it should be your thing, you know. I like, you know, you collaborate, but I think you sort of got to make your film, or you might as well not do it at all, you know.
What kind of director are you? Are you, you know, you always hear people say, oh, he's an actor's director, or he's a, what kind of a director?
I'm definitely an actor's director. it's an actor's medium. I shoot with 2 cameras. If, you know, I keep short days, and it's all acting all the time. So, yeah, and we go home early. You don't want to kill yourself.
And at one point in the movie, you actually do make it to Ecuador. So did you shoot in Ecuador?
No, we didn't, no. They said, how are you going to get into Ecuador? And I said, we're not going to Ecuador, it's way too far. It's way too far. Yeah. You know, planes and injections. So we built... I'm not a brave man. So we actually built Ecuador 50 minutes from my hotel. So, and when they told me, I said, 50 minutes? What, there and back? They went, it's Ecuador. So, you can do anything with the movies. I'll do anything for a lion. This is a bit early for me, but, you know...
we appreciate it, though. We appreciate it. We're close to Central Park. So
yeah, exactly. I'm very close. Yeah, I walk.
But also in the movie, your character, he accidentally throws away, like, the tickets and the passport.
Yeah.
But for you, what kind of traveler are you? Are you organized? You disorganized?
That would never happen to me. I'm so neurotic. I check everything, like, 3 times in the car. I go back and check... I go back and reset the alarm in case the doors... even when I just go for a run, I check the door about 3 times in case the cat got out. I could never forgive myself. So I really am... and even on the flight, I think I can't sit there. Jane, you got to sit there. Someone sniffing, right? Honestly, you know, she's wearing bangles. No, she's typing. Jane, swap seats with me. So I can't stand noise or anything. I just
maybe
want
that's why Jane's sitting by herself in all those pictures.
Listen, Special Correspondent starring Ricky Gervais is available on Netflix this Friday. Make sure you check out Special Correspondent. Thank you.
When we come back, Josh Hartnett will be here to talk about Penny Dreadful. So stay right there.
Friday and live from The Voice, Adam Levine.
How are you guys? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, good to see you, man. How are you? Good. Never so short. Oh, give me a break. Look at you. You tower over me.
Still growing.
Still
growing. A growing
only 37.
Boy. Hey, speaking of growing, you just had a baby.
I did, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Congratulations.
I didn't have it personally.
Right.
Yeah, no, she's 5 months old. She's the apple of my eye. She's perfect in every way.
So you getting any sleep?
No. None at all. So you guys can continue the interview from here, and I'll just like watch. This will be great.
Get used to that.
Yeah.
How's it changed you? Are you everything? I always say it puts everything in perspective, right? When you have kids,
it puts things in a totally new perspective. Of course, yeah. I mean, this is like. I mean, your ego just kind of melts away when you have a new kid. Your heart kind of leaves your body, and you give it permission to walk around with someone else for a while. It's really terrifying, you know. But it's beautiful. I love it more than anything. I wish I would have started earlier, but I'm so glad that she is the one that I'm raising. I mean, like the best moments are like when you get those individual moments alone in the middle of the night. And you had twins, right?
Yeah, and 11 years old now.
Yeah, I mean I mean, like, those moments in the middle of the night are just, like, absolutely the most precious things.
Grab hold of all of it because it goes fast.
I know, that's the thing.
It goes really fast.
Do you take evening feedings? Are you a night feeder?
No, but it's, you know, changing diapers and stuff like that.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's good.
And because of that, I mean, because of her, sort of the perspective shifts on work and stuff, too. I used to be a little bit more precious about what I was choosing to work on because I was just so worried about how, like, my career was going to come across and stuff like that. And now with her, I'm like, I just got to work. I got to make money.
College is expensive.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, honey, girls are expensive.
I know.
I mean,
I'm aware already.
Work all the time.
Yeah.
And speaking of work, you were just you're from Minnesota.
Yes.
But which is a very cold place. I mean, one of the coldest places. I bought an Elmer Fudd hat when I was up there. And I used to say, who would wear that hat? It was me. It's so cold. But I heard you almost froze in Utah. Are you not used to the cold weather anymore?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, of course I'm used to... come on, I can't. Minnesotans would kill me if I said that I was cold anywhere else. No, but we were shooting up in the Wasatch Mountains outside of Utah on this new film, and my character, it's a true story about this guy named Eric Lamarck.
Wow.
That's a picture I took up there. We were up in the middle of nowhere. My character was lost in the wilderness for 8 days, survived, barely lost his legs. And had to eat part of his own leg to survive at one point. And this happened in 2004, yeah.
What's the name of, you said it's a book?
Well, he wrote a book called Crystal Clear. Eric Lamarck is the guy.
Okay,
It's a true story about him. So, yeah, and he was just snowboarding in Northern California, went off the backside and got lost in a storm for 2 days and then couldn't find his way back, had to find water, had to, you know, it was pretty harrowing stuff. And he was actually on set the last couple of days watching us film, which was
that for you?
Intimidating.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you really want to be portraying him as, you know, graciously as possible, and and at the same time, we're showing aspects of his personality, especially the last 2 days that were not, you know, that led him to the point where he was lost. You know, so it was intimidating, but it was. You know, I think it's an excellent film.
It's a fascinating story. I would love to see that.
You choose compelling roles. That's
absolutely. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Josh is going to tell us if his on-screen love affair will continue. So we'll be right back with Josh Hartnett.
Wow. What the heck?
That's a great story.
What the heck?
But for those out there who are unfamiliar with the show, give them an overview of what the show's about.
I kind of feel like Kelly should do it.
I know. Well, I mean, you guys, you have to understand that now you're out west.
Yes, we're in the American West. Yeah.
Which is crazy because it is such a, when I think about Penny Dreadful, I think about, you know, this dark, dank
Victorian London.
Victorian London and scary demons and creatures and so tell us what takes your character, psychological intrigue, very good, but what takes your character to the American West? Well,
so John Logan kind of was able to, he wrote the series, he was able to sort of spread us out far and wide at the end of season 2. My character was arrested and sent back to the U.S. to pay for a crime that he apparently did. He supposedly killed somebody. And his father is in that area, and my character has a real complex with his dad. And my father this year is being played by Brian Cox, who's a fantastic actor.
Of course.
And so half the series this year will take place, not half, but a third of the series will take place in the American West, which is kind of cool. Opens it up because there's that sort of, those red tones and that sort of vast wilderness and stuff like that. It's totally a different feel for the show. And
will Ethan and Vanessa, will they reunite?
You'll have to stay tuned.
Oh my gosh. Can't you give us anything?
Give us something.
Give us something. But seriously, you guys, you need to, if you haven't seen it, go back and binge watch up until this season because it premieres a Sunday night at 10 p.m. on Showtime. Penny Dreadful, starring Josh Hartnett. It's a great show. I just love it so much.
And stay right there. We'll be right back, everybody.
And if you'd like to know more about anything you see on Live, just log on to our website, livekellyandmichael.com.
What you got over there, Kels?
This is funny. Alicia Wright from South Euclid, Ohio said, my husband and I lock our bedroom door every night before we go to bed. Our daughter used to sleepwalk when she was younger, and nothing was scarier than seeing her standing there next to your bed in complete darkness.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Spooky.
They're talking about don't wake a sleepwalker. I'm going to wake you up. You're standing next to my bed.
Why did they say that? Why did they say not to wake a sleepwalker?
Because somebody watched that movie Step Brothers and they beat up the dad when he did it.
I don't know if that's true.
And here we go. Avadni Chin from Eastern Pennsylvania said, I could not stop laughing when you say you lock your room door at night because I do the same thing. So now I don't feel like I am crazy. You are not crazy.
Yes, that's not proof of that.
Good point.
Sylvia Bikusa from Charlotte, North Carolina said, I lock my bedroom door when I go to bed, no matter who else may be in the house. You never really know what kind of day somebody had.
You never know.
I double check all of the doors and the alarm. If you need me after 10 p.m., you have to knock. Okay, Sylvia, we'll keep that in mind when we come to visit.
I'm all over that one. I agree. And one more. Barbara Carr Crevier said, we are retired and have a will, but we always tell our kids that we are spending their money as fast as we can.
Oh, that's funny. That's what my dad says, too.